Hello, and welcome to the Math 0361 Final Exam Review. First of all, congratulations on getting this far. Hopefully this was a good semester for you. Let's see if this review can help you get a good grade on the final exam and get the A that you deserve. Question 1. I see we have a fraction, so let's deal with the top part first. In parentheses, I see 3 plus 1. Well, I know that 3 plus 1 is 4. Okay, next, this 4 can multiply to this 6. And 6 times 4 is 24. But then the 24 can add to 5 over here. 5 plus 24 is 29. So the top part is done. Let's deal with the bottom part. Here I see 9 to the second power. That's actually 81. Then 81 plus 5 is 86. And that is our answer. 29 over 86. For question 2, I see x over z plus 2y. Well, the good news is we know what x, y, and z, what they are. X is 10, z is 2, and y is 5. So 10 divided by 2 is 5, and 2 times 5 is 10. If we add these numbers together, we get our final answer of 15. Alright, question number 3 is tricky. It says subtract 8y plus 7 from 6y minus 7. The trick is to do this whenever you see subtract and from. Write the second equation first, which is 6y minus 7. Then underneath, put the first equation, 8y plus 7. Now for the equation that's on the bottom, 8y plus 7, change the signs. 8y and 7 are both positive, so let's change them to both negative. And now we're able to combine like terms. 6 minus 8 is negative 2y. Negative 7 minus 7 is negative 14. And that's our answer. Question 4. We would like to write the following phrase as an algebraic expression. We want to translate from English into math speak. So let's go through this a little at a time. First, I see triple a number. Triple a number just means 3x. Minus. Minus is minus. The sum. Now this is important. Anytime you see the sum, put in parentheses. We're going to write parentheses. And inside parentheses, put a plus sign. The numbers that will come before and after the plus sign will be, we'll read on and find out what those numbers are. And when I read, I see the sum of a number and 5. So I will do x plus 5. So what we have altogether is 3x minus parentheses x plus 5. So at this point we have successfully translated our equation. Now let's simplify. This minus sign may distribute to x and to 5. So we get negative x minus 5. And then like terms of 3x and minus x may combine to give us 2x minus 5. Number 5. There's a lot of things going on here, So what I suggest is let's first look at the left side of our equation. Like this 2 is in front of the parentheses. This 2 may multiply to y and to the negative 9. 2 times y is 2y. 2 times 9, that's negative 18. Then from here, the like terms 6y and 2y may combine to give us 8y. So we have 8y minus 18. At this point, we can't combine any like terms, so let's just leave it as 8y minus 18 for now. We'll come back to it. On the right-hand side, I see a 3 in front of parentheses. Let's distribute the 3. 3 times y is 3y. 3 times 1 is 3. And then plus 3 may combine with minus 2. 3 minus 2 is 1, so we get 3y plus 1. Okay. Now our next goal is to get all the letters on the left side and all the numbers on the right side. Like 8y is on the left side, so I'm okay with that. But 3y is not. So 3y, I want to move that to the left side. And I can do that by minus 3y. And when we do, we get 5y. Well, we get 5y. Next, I want to move all numbers to the right side. The plus 1 is on the right side, but I want the negative 18 to move, so I will do plus 18. And 1 plus 18 gives us 19. So as of right now, we have 5y equals 19. The last step is divide by 5, and our answer literally is y equals 19 over 5. Number 6. Probably the biggest thing that jumps out at you is fractions. Let's get rid of the fractions first. And we can do that by multiplying the top by the biggest bottom number. In the bottom I see 9 and 3, so I'm just going to multiply by 9 because it's bigger. So I see 9 times 5, that's going to be 45x over 9. 1 times 9 is 9 over 3. And 3 times 9 is 27. First, 45 and 9 may divide. That will give us 5x. 9 and 3 may divide. That will give us 3 equals 27. So the good news is we don't have to deal with fractions anymore. Let's add 3. So 5x equals to 30. And then from there we'll divide both sides by 5. And 30 divided by 5 is 6. Number 7, we would like to find the area of our rectangle. Anytime you want to find the area, all you have to do is just multiply. So it's going to be 4 over 11 times 1 over 4. The 4 is going to cross off, and what we're left with is 1 over 11. And that's it. Number 8, we would like to substitute the given values and solve for the unknown. Let's start by plugging in everything we know. First, I know that A is equal to 75. Half is half. Big B is 6. Little b is 9. And h, we don't know that yet. So we're going to look for h. Well, if I work the parentheses, 6 plus 9 is 15. Then 15 can multiply with 1. So we get 75 equals to 15 over 2 times h. Now, again, nobody likes fractions, so let's multiply both sides by the bottom number, which is 2. On the left side, 2 times 75 is 150. Now on the right side, the 2's cross off, leaving 15h. Finally, the last step is to divide by 15. This gives us h alone. It means h is equal to 10. For number 9, we would like to create a table of ordered pairs and then graph. So let's start by plugging 0 into our equation. So we will get -4 times 0 plus 6. Well, -4 times 0 is 0, plus 6 equals 6. Let's do the same thing with 1. -4 times 1 plus 6. -4 times 1 is -4, plus 6 is 2. And now let's do the same thing with 2. -4 times 2 plus 6. -4 times 2 is -8. -8 plus 6 is -2. And we're ready to plot. First point is 0, 6. From the center, let's go 6 spots straight up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right here. The next point is 1, 2. Let's move 1 spot to the right, and then 2 spots up. 1, 2. The final point is 2, -2. Let's go 2 spots right, 1, 2, and then 2 spots down. 1, 2. And then connect the dots. For number 10, we would like to graph. And the way I'm going to graph is I'm going to use the slope-intercept form. Like the slope is -1/2, and the y-intercept is 1. Well, this y-intercept is, I have another word for y-intercept. I call that the starting point. Let's find out where y is 1, which is right here, and put a big dot right there. Now the slope gives us direction. The top number tells us whether we go up or down, and the bottom number always goes to the right. I see we have a -1, so that means we're going to go down 1, and then right 2. So starting at the y-intercept at 1, let's go down 1, 1, and then right 2, 1, 2. Put a big dot there, and now connect. Y equals to -5. If y is equal to -5, or for that matter, y is equal to just any number, your answer is always a horizontal line. Let's find out where y is -5, which will be right here. And then let's put in a horizontal line. Very good. Number 12. We like to graph x minus 3y equals 9. Here's how to graph when x and y are on the same side, like they are. First, let's ignore x. If you ignore x, what you really have is negative 3y equals 9. And divide by negative 3, you're left with y equals minus 3. Alright, we'll come back to that. For our next step, we will ignore y. And when you ignore y, all you have is x equals 9. So let's plot. First, where y is equal to negative 3, let's go to where y is negative 3. Put a big dot right there. Then let's go to where x is 9. Put a big dot right there. And finally, connect the dots. Number 13, we would like to find the slope. In order to find the slope, let's find our points first. Like this point right here is 0, 5. And this point right here is 3, 3. The formula for slope goes y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So 0, 5, I'll call that x1, y1, and 3, 3 will be x2, y2. So y2 is 3, y1 is 5, x2 is also 3, x1 is 0. So up top, 3 minus 5 is 2, and on the bottom, 3 minus 0 is 3. So the slope is negative 2/3. Question 14, we would like to use slope-intercept to graph. So this is going to work the same exact way as number 11. The slope is 3 over 5, and the y-intercept is negative 5. So again, let's start where y is negative 5. Well, here's negative 5 here, and let's put a big dot there. Now the slope is 3/5, positive 3 over 5. So positive means we're going to go up 3, then right 5. So starting at negative 5, let's go up 3, 1, 2, 3, and then right 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put a dot when you're done, and then connect. Alright, in 15, we like to find the equation of the line. An equation of the line has the format y equals mx plus b. Well, I see that we know the slope, which is m. We know x and y, but we don't know b. Let's find b first. And to do that, we'll plug in everything we know. So y is going to be negative 6 equals slope, which is negative 1/3, times x, which is negative 3, plus b. Well, negative 1 times negative 3, that's going to be positive 3. But 3 and 3 cross off to become 1. So we're left with negative 6 equals 1 plus b. If we subtract 1, we're left with b equals minus 7. Okay. Now for the final step, replace m and b. So y would equal to m, which is negative 1/3, x minus 7. Okay, question number 16. When x9 times x8, when multiplying, we're actually going to add the exponents. And when we do, we get x17. Okay, number 17. We have 1 over 4 to the negative 2 power. Well, the negative just means do the reciprocal. So what we have is 4 over 1 squared, which is the same as 4 to the second over 1 to the second. Well, 4 to the second is 16, 1 squared is 1, and in the end we're left with 16. Alright, number 18. Notice there is a negative exponent on top. Let's move that to the bottom, because when you do, it changes to positive. So we get y4 times y1 on the bottom. On top there's nothing. So if there's nothing on top, then write the number 1. Okay, well anyway, on the bottom we have exponents 4 and 1, which we'll add. So we're left with 1 over y5. Alright, with number 19, what we'll do is we'll multiply the numbers, then the x's, then the y's. So, negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. x4 and x negative 1 will become x3. And y negative 5 with y3 becomes y negative 2. Well, notice that one of our exponents is negative. We can change this positive by moving it to the bottom. So our answer actually becomes negative 6 x3 on top and y2 on the bottom. Number 20 would like us to find the perimeter. In order to find the perimeter, we would add all sides. So this becomes negative 8x squared plus 6x, and 3x minus 3, and 3x squared plus 7. I wrote it like this because notice how all the like terms are already lined up ready to go. Negative 8 plus 3 is negative 5x squared. 6 plus 3 is going to be 9x. And negative 3 plus 7 is 4. (21) What we'll do is we'll first multiply the numbers and then deal with the exponents. So with the numbers, we're going to do 4 times negative 3 times 4. 4 times negative 3 is negative 16. Negative 12. Times 4 is negative 48. As with the exponents, we're going to add the exponents. 7 plus 7 plus 8. And that adds up to 22. So in the end, our answer is negative 48 x 22. Alright, 22. 22 we're just going to FOIL. First we'll do 2x times 3x. Well, 2x times 3x is 6x squared. Next we'll do 2x times 5. 2x times 5 is 10x. Then we'll do negative 7 times 3x. Negative 7 times 3x is negative 21x. And finally, negative 7 times 5, negative 35. Further, we can combine the middle terms. 10 minus 21 is negative 11x, and everything else just comes down. Then 23. Our question is 4x minus 2y squared. The square just means FOIL with itself. And let's FOIL. 4x times 4x is 16x squared. 4x times negative 2y is negative 8xy. Negative 2y times 4x is negative 8xy. And negative 2y times negative 2y is positive 4y squared. And then the middle terms may combine to become negative 16xy. And everything else just comes down. (24) is a long division problem. So let's set it up for long division first. First, we'll see how many times 4 goes in 8, which is 2 times. And then x goes into x squared, x times. Alright, next I'll have 2x multiplied to 4x and to 3. 2x times 4x is 8x squared. 2x times 3 is 6x. I will change the signs, both to negative. 8 and minus 8 go away. 18 minus 6 is 12x. Bring down the next number. Then 4 goes into 12 3 times. And then the 3 will multiply. 3 times 4 is 12x. 3 times 3 is 9. And again, we'll change the signs. So 12 and 12 go away. 2 minus 9 is negative 7. So in the end, your answer is 2x plus 3 minus 7 over 4x plus 3. 25. We would like to factor by grouping. In order to do this, we'll just go 2 at a time. Like the first 2 terms, we can divide both numbers by 5, and we can divide both by x. And when we factor out 5x, we're left with y minus 3. Likewise, with the second set, we could factor out a 2. And when we do, we're left with y minus 3. Notice that the parentheses are actually the same. So to display your answer, I would write the parentheses and the non-parentheses. The parentheses answer is y minus 3. And the non-parentheses answer is 5x plus 2. And that concludes this semester. Well, I hope this review was helpful for you when you go in and take your exam today, or in the next week or so. If you have any further questions, please stop by the Math Resource Center in room ESEE 1112. Otherwise, good luck on your final, and I will see you next semester when you take Math 0362.